Alrighty, folks, you know I'm feeling great on a Saturday morning because Chairman members cashed in on 5 different premium selections on my premium site yesterday. We had the Lakers, Rockets, Knicks, Boise State, and we also hit on a 2-team parlay. Boise State was +8, by the way. And the only way you could have accessed all of those winners is to be a Chairman member on my premium site. I'll explain a little bit more about all that and how to become a Chairman member in just a moment. But before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my NBA free pick video here today for Saturday, March 9th, 2024. Happy Saturday to you. Hopefully you got your weekend started off good. And of course, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. And once again, folks, Chairman members cashed in on 5 different premium selections on my premium site yesterday. Now, my full access, all-inclusive Chairman membership, it gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. I'm 3-0 in my last 3 extra daily picks, 5-1 in my last 6 underdog tier package plays. And finally, folks, we are 3-0 in our last 3 NBA tier package plays. And the good news is we have picks going off in all of those memberships here today, and they're all included with your purchase of the Chairman membership. And real quick, guys, we currently have over 1,345 members who are signed up and active on my premium site right now. It's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that, folks, we are going to dive into some free content. We're going to take a look at the Bulls at the Clippers, 4 o'clock Eastern tip-off. The LA Clippers are -6.5, totals 221. Now, the Clippers are one of the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. They currently have the second highest three-point percentage as a team in the league. They also tend to score a bunch of points late. They're in the top 5 in the West in second half point production. Leading scorer Kawhi Leonard, he's drilling 42% of his three-pointers. Paul George is averaging over 22 points a night himself. And they're facing a Chicago team who struggles guarding the three-pointer themselves. As a matter of fact, the Bulls are allowing more three-pointers a game than any other team in the league. When it comes to offensive production, Chicago really tends to put themselves in a hole early. They're in the bottom 5 in first half point production. Now, injury-wise, Ivica Zubac is questionable for the Clippers. James Harden also battling a shoulder injury. Keep an eye on him. 5 out of the Clippers' last 7 ball games fell under the total. Meanwhile, the Clips are also 60% to the under against the Eastern Conference this year. Now, the Bulls saw unders recently against the likes of Sacramento, Milwaukee, and Detroit. Give the Clippers -6.5, under 221. Next game, Nets, Hornets, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Brooklyn's -6, totals 207. Now, the Nets did get the W in 4 out of their last 7 ball games. They successfully covered in a handful of those contests as well. Mikal Bridges leads the roster in points. Cam Thomas averages over 20.5 points a game himself. And they're facing a Charlotte team who has a tough time contesting shots. They're currently in the bottom 3 in defensive field goal percentage. When it comes to grabbing boards, well, they really don't do that well either. They're in the bottom 3 in the East in defensive boards per game. Now, out of 31 contests in the Spectrum Center this year, the Hornets have yet to record double-digit victories. Now, injury-wise, Curry, Martin, Ball, and Williams are still out for Charlotte. Trey Mann is questionable. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn on the other side, Cam Johnson's day-to-day with an ankle injury. Keep an eye on him. Now, total-wise, the Nets saw overs in their last 3 straight. Overs against the likes of the Pistons, Sixers, and Grizzlies. They also averaged over 117 points a game in their last 10 meetings with Charlotte. Give me the Nets -6, over 207. Next matchup, Mavericks, Pistons, 7 o'clock East. Dallas is -7, totals 234.5. And even though Luka Doncic is questionable to suit up, the Mavs, they got plenty of guys who can get on the scoreboard. Plus, they're facing a Pistons team who's 42 games below 500 right now. When it comes to shooting the long ball, these guys are second to last in three-pointers made per game. Now, injury-wise, Quentin Grimes is doubtful for the Pistons. Luka Doncic questionable for Dallas. 4 out of the Mavs' last 6 ball games got over the total. They're also 64% to the over in their out-of-conference road games. Now, Detroit saw 7 out of their last 10 head-to-head meetings with Dallas get over the line themselves. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of overs to go around. Give me the Mavericks -7 over 234.5. Next game, Celtics Suns, 8:30 p.m. East. Boston's -5, totals 226. Now, both teams have several game time decisions with regard to the injury report. Makes this one tough to pick. For Boston, Jaylen Brown's day-to-day with a back injury. Meanwhile, for Phoenix, Booker and Okogie are questionable for them. When it comes to the total, more conflicting factors that make this one tough to decide. The Celtics saw overs recently against the likes of the Nuggets, Mavericks, and Bulls. But the Suns saw the under cash in their last 9 straight. So if you want to see whether I'm making a play on the money line total or against the point spread in this one, this game is being featured as my $1.99 daily best play on my premium site. But as far as making a free pick is concerned, sorry, no free pick. All right, next game, Spurs, Warriors, 8:30 p.m. East. Golden State's -10.5, totals 227 and a hook. And even though Golden State has looked solid over the past handful of weeks, they have struggled covering the point spread in the Chase Center. Out of 20 in-conference home games this year, the Warriors successfully covered in only 35% of those games. And a lot of that is due to some poor defensive effort in their own building. The Warriors are a bottom 10 point allowing team at home. And they're facing a Spurs club who covered in 7 out of their last 10 themselves. And they do tend to score a lot of points late. As a matter of fact, the Spurs are in the top 5 in the NBA in fourth quarter point production. Devin Vassal's averaging just about 20 points a game. Keldon Johnson's third on the roster in scoring. When it comes to the injury list, Wemby and Osman are questionable. Keep an eye on those guys. Meanwhile, for Golden State, Steph Curry's out with an ankle. When it comes to the total in this one, the Warriors are 60% to the over in their in-conference home games. Meanwhile, the Spurs saw overs recently against the likes of the Kings, Thunder, and Lakers. Give me San Antonio +10.5, over 227 and a hook. Next game, Jazz Nuggets, 9 o'clock East. Denver's -12, totals 228. And even though I do kind of hate this number here, the Nuggets have played really good over the past couple of weeks. Out of their last 8 ball games, Denver got the W in all of them except for one. They've also been pretty dominant inside the ball arena. They're 25-6 in front of their own fans, and they're a top 3 field goal shooting team on their own court. Jamal Murray's making 41% of his three-pointers. Nikola Jokic is 4th in the NBA in assists. And they're taking on a Utah team who allows 123 points a game in their travels. And when it comes to guarding the 3-ball, there's only one other team worse than Utah. These guys allow their opponents to make nearly 40% of their 3-balls against them. Now, that was weird. Now, injury-wise, even more bad news as leading scorer Lauri Markkanen is out with a quad injury. Kessler and George are also day-to-day. Utah did see unders in 4 out of their last 7. And out of their last 10 meetings with Denver, they undercashed in 70% of those games. Now, the Nuggets saw unders in 6 out of their last 10 themselves. Give me Denver -12, under 228. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for the video. Raptors-Blazers, 10 o'clock Eastern start time. Toronto's -2.5, totals 227. And speaking of the total in this one, the Blazers saw their last 3 straight get over the total. 7-3 to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, Toronto's gone 10-2 to the over in their last dozen out-of-conference road games. When it comes to the injury list, Pirtle and Barnes are still out for the Raptors. Carton and Brown are questionable. Meanwhile, for Portland, Ayton and Henderson are questionable for them. Sharp is also inactive. Give me the over 227. With that, folks, we're going to jump into our quick pick recap. Give me the Clippers minus 6.5, under 221. Nets minus 6, over 207. I'm 3-0. My last 3 NBA tier package picks on my premium site. The link is in my bio. Mavericks minus 7, over 234.5. I have no free pick available for you in the Celtics Suns game. Give me the Spurs plus 10.5, over 227 and a hook. Nuggets minus 12, under 228. And give me the over 227 in the Raptors-Blazers game. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on my premium site. Now, if you do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman membership, it's a full access, all-inclusive package. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. As an added bonus, you also get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Saturday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium site at patreon.com/BrockPage.